Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thanks for joining me. Here we go again. Now, why have I called it Here We Go Again? Have a guess what's caused this, why it's ended up that deep in the ear. Yes, you're right. It's my good old friend, trusted foe, the cotton bud. Again. Now, I had two chaps in this morning, literally one after the other, and they'd both done exactly the same thing. they'd wedged it in with a cotton bud. I think they'd both got in the bath or the shower, got a bit of water in the ear, felt it's got a bit trapped, got a bit blocked. So they thought that it was a good idea to put some of these in your ear. Now, I've got some here. There we go. Now, you're probably thinking, why do I keep these here? Sometimes, if it's a particularly oily and hairy, if we put a lot of oil in someone's ear and it gets all over the hair, sometimes we just use this to mop up the oil from the outside there, just so it does make the camera go all blurry. But these are not for your ears. That's not what they're for. It even says on it, it's from a company called Well Beauty. I'm not sponsored by them at all, but I believe they're quite useful for makeup, even cleaning a lot of little areas. The patio doors are very good for, in the little gap, so your patio door slide along. I believe they're very good for that. So I've used a fine end tube to get this out so far, and you can already see it's coming out bit by bit. Now I used a fine end because it was like in bits and pieces. This, I think it was too deep to safely go with the full suction there. You can see that I'm just having a think. I'm not quite sure which one to go for, whether to go for the left side, the right side. I think in the end I just thought, stuff it, let's just go in the middle and see if the whole thing comes up, which thankfully it did. Needed a bit of persuasion. There we go. But yeah, what does it say on the label? I hear you asking. Well, I'll tell you. This here, where are we? Can't even read it now. I'm using new glasses, I'm still getting used to the varifocals in them. Yeah, ideal for cosmetic, health and family care. What do you mean by health? I'm not entirely sure. There's the eardrum there, looking nice and clear. Caution, cotton buds should not be inserted into the nose or the ear canal. I don't know why you put one of these up your nose. Who'd do that? I'm aware they do them when they wax the nose, don't they? I've actually had that done at some barbers where they put some hot wax in this, put it up there, and then you yank it out like that. Because some of us men tend to get just too many hairs up there. So yeah, it wasn't very pleasant. I won't be having it done again. I'll be going back to the old trimmer. But yeah, put them in the bin. Please, it's not what they're for. Stop putting them in your ears. Although they do give me quite a bit of business, so I can't knock them too much, I suppose. Now, second ear, you can see it's a bit more firm and a bit more formed and a bit more impacted, this one. This fella called me, and thankfully I could see him like literally half an hour after he rang me. I had a little bit of a gap in clinic, so oh, come down. And I think he jumped in a taxi, I believe, with his family, with his wife and his and one of his young kids. So you can hear some noise in the background. It's his daughter who was running around the clinic whilst I was trying to do this. But this is the full-size tube, this, because it's way more squashed in than the first one was. The second one was a bit lighter in density, but this was a good old chunk. This, he'd done a really good job of wedging it really deep down there. So it needed a good old wiggle and a persuasion to come out. But out it comes. Just left a couple of little specks behind it that I think we'll get most of it. If you do like these, then click that like button. Did you know, and I've been watching you guys, out of every 100 people that watch these, only one of them presses the like button. How do I know that? That's for me to know. You get these statistics when you look on your thing, but yeah, only one person presses it. So if you're one of those 99 who's not pressed it, press that button. It just helps me out. It just gets me out there in front of more people. I have seen quite a few adverts especially on YouTube, a few adverts in my content recently, which is fine because obviously I make a couple of quid from that. So if you do see some pop up, there's not a lot I can do about it, but it helps me get a couple of quid. Helps to feed the kids. so if you do get an advert that pops up, every now and then, just don't press the skip button, just let it run through, or have a visit of the advertiser, because every time you do that, again, that helps me out a little bit, which I do appreciate. Because mostly we do this for largely for next to nothing, but if you get a little bit from it, then great, it's much appreciated. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that, but for now, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.